What's up, good people? It's your boy Hoom Boom back with another segment of the Hold Up Show. And hold up, quantum computing, the future finally here. Today we're going to be reviewing a clip of a young lady who got to visit the R&D lab at Microsoft that was successful in creating the first quantum chip after 17 years of research. Let's get into it. Hold up.
Did you know that the coldest place in the universe is actually not interstellar space anymore? It's right here in this lab, inside this incredibly high-tech freezer that is housing one of the biggest breakthroughs in quantum computing history. For the last 19 years, Microsoft's research in quantum computing has all led to this. Meet Majorana 1. The calculations that this is able to deliver are so complicated that even if today's computer was the size of the entire planet, it would still not be able to compute it. They've managed to create an entirely new state of matter, not a solid, liquid, or a gas, but a topological state. So for this chip, they're not building it from electrons. They're using Majoranas for computing, which is an entirely new particle. It's actually half of an electron, allowing it to store up to 1,000,000 qubits on a single chip. For context, something like this normally would have taken the size of a warehouse to achieve. But they've managed to fit it inside of a chip that I can hold in my hand. Now the wild part is to get this new state of matter, they need very specific conditions that this fancy freezer is able to deliver. It takes about a day to fully cool, but it's able to get down to 50 millikelvin, which is about 10 times cooler than interstellar space. So why is this so important? What used to take up large amounts of space, it can now all be done with this palm-sized chip. But the calculations that it's able to deliver are so extremely accurate. Most lab experiments can be done on a quantum computer instead of an actual lab. With AI, it'll be able to augment the AI capabilities to find even more discoveries. I cannot wait to see what they do with this.
So there you have it. The first quantum chip developed by Microsoft that actually took, I believe they said, 19 years to develop because of the extreme condition they needed to create to make this topical type of chip, right? So let's find out what that actually means. Let's get into this article. Microsoft reveals its first quantum computing chip, the Majorana 1. Microsoft on Wednesday announced the Majorana 1, its first quantum computing chip. The achievement comes after the company has spent nearly 2 decades of research in the field. Technologists believe quantum computers could one day efficiently solve problems that would be taxing, if not impossible, for classical computers. Today's computers use bits that can be either on or off, while quantum computers employ quantum bits or qubits that can operate in both states simultaneously. Google and IBM also develop quantum processors, as have smaller companies IonQ and Rigetti Computing. Microsoft's quantum chip employs 8 topological qubits using indium arsenide, which is a semiconductor, and aluminum, which is a superconductor. A new paper in the journal Nature describes the chip in detail. Microsoft won't be allowing clients to use the Majorana 1 chip through the company's Azure public cloud, as it plans to do with its custom artificial intelligence chip, MIA 100. Instead, Majorana 1 is a step towards a goal of 1,000,000 qubits on a chip following extensive physics research. Rather than rely on Taiwan Semiconductor or another company for fabrication, Microsoft is manufacturing the components of the Majorna 1 itself in the US. That's possible because the work is unfolding at a small scale. We want to get a few hundred qubits before we start talking about commercial reliability. Jason Zander, a Microsoft exec vice president, told CNBC. In the meantime, the company will engage with national laboratories and universities on research using Majorna 1. Despite the focus on research, investors are fascinated by quantum. IonQ shares went up 237% in 2024, and Rigetti gained nearly 1,500%. The two generated a combined $14.8 million in third quarter revenue. Further gains came in January after Microsoft issued a blog post declaring that 2025 is the year to be quantum ready. Microsoft's Azure Quantum Cloud Service, which lets developers experiment with programs and algorithms, offer access to chips from Ion and Rigetti. It's possible that a Microsoft quantum chip might become available through Azure before 2030, Zander said. There's a lot of speculation that we're decades off from this, he said. We believe it's more like years. Rather than exist as a standalone category, quantum computing might end up boosting other parts of Microsoft. For example, there's Microsoft AI Business, which has an annualized revenue rate that exceeds $13 billion. Quantum computers could be used to build data used to train AI models, Zander said. Now you can ask it to invent some new molecule, invent some new drug, something that really would have been impossible to do before, Zander said. So that is the information that they are releasing about the first quantum chip developed by Microsoft. While there are other semiconductors that operate with some form of quantum computing from IonQ and Rigetti already being used, they did not really explain what the capabilities and possibilities of this new chip and how they're going to apply it, what it really means. Like, he did say, like, you would be able to just ask it through some sort of AI program to just create a new molecule or some new drug or something like that, right? Just tell it, like, hey, create a drug that will eliminate blah, blah, blah in the human body safely, and it will compute it to the most accurate measures, what, exact thing could cure or handle whatever issues, right? So it just opens a world of possibilities. It opens just a whole new world of things. It feels like, where we thought we would be in a year of 2025, at least on the technology side, and we're headed in the right direction. I mean, as far as society's ability to, access to these things that we thought we would have access to by the year 2025, it's about to kick into high gear, and we as a community, also just as humanity, need to be informed, stay on top of these things, so we are not left behind in this new technology society that we obviously are headed towards, whether we like it or not, right? So we want to be on top of things, fully informed, and able to utilize these things to our benefit, right? So I want to know your thoughts. What do you feel about this new quantum realm that we're heading into? This new AI dependent or AI assisted reality that we are headed towards, where one way or another we will be uh, bonded to some sort of programming or AI sort of, help throughout these next phases of civilization. So I just want to know your thoughts. This is another segment of the Hold Up Show with your boy Hoom Boom. Kango Cow. I want to shout out to all the people in the bullpen, the returning, you know, the returning and the subscribers that come back and, at least watch and get informed on some different things that everyone's not touching on. You feel me? So, like, share, subscribe, comment. It's your boy Hoom Boom, and this is the Hold Up Show. Hold up. Peace.